In 2015, a sleek, USB-shaped device hit the market, promising to revolutionize smoking. Juul, with its modern design and futuristic appeal, was hailed as the end of the smoking epidemic, a healthier way to deliver nicotine. But what was pitched as a life-saving innovation soon spiraled into a nightmare. Instead of freeing millions from cigarettes, Juul unwittingly sparked a public health crisis that would ensnare an entire generation in addiction. What started as a breakthrough in harm reduction quickly turned into one of the most dangerous and controversial epidemics of the 21st century. In 2015, Juul entered the market, bringing with it cutting-edge technology and a design that appealed to a modern generation of consumers. Unlike traditional e-cigarettes, which had bulky and unattractive designs, Juul was small, sleek, and discreet. The device resembled a USB stick, easily fitting into the palm of your hand or even your pocket. This unassuming appearance allowed it to blend seamlessly into the fast-paced lifestyle of young people who were often seeking convenience and style, making it feel like less of a smoking device and more of a high-tech gadget. The real appeal of Juul lay in its nicotine delivery system. While traditional cigarettes involved burning tobacco and inhaling harmful chemicals, Juul's system heated a liquid nicotine solution in a pod, which was vaporized and inhaled. This process eliminated the smoke and many of the harmful chemicals found in regular cigarettes, making it seem like a safer alternative for those looking to quit smoking. Juul also marketed itself with a sleek, polished aesthetic. The branding was modern and sophisticated, using minimalist designs, clean lines, and bright colors to appeal to a younger demographic. It wasn't just a nicotine device, it was a lifestyle. Juul portrayed itself as a chic and modern way to consume nicotine, free from the dangers and stigma of traditional smoking. On the surface, the company's mission seemed noble: provide smokers with a safer way to consume nicotine. But beneath this polished exterior, problems were brewing. The key to Juul's success was not just in the technology, but in the flavors that it offered. Cool Mint, Mango, and Cream Brulee were just a few of the flavors that the company used to entice new users, particularly teenagers. These flavors were smooth, sweet, and highly appealing, designed to mask the harshness of nicotine and make the vaping experience enjoyable for those who may never have smoked before. Juul's appeal didn't stop with its sleek design and pleasant flavors. By 2017, the company had quickly captured the attention of millions of users across the United States. High schools, colleges, and social media became the breeding ground for what experts were now calling a vaping epidemic. Young people who had never smoked a cigarette in their lives were now regularly using Juul, often without fully understanding the risks involved. Social media platforms like Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat became a hub for vaping culture, with influencers and regular users alike posting photos and videos of themselves with Juul devices, further fueling the trend. Teenagers weren't just using Juul, they were getting addicted. The nicotine delivery in Juul pods was powerful, with each pod containing the equivalent nicotine content of an entire pack of cigarettes. This made it incredibly easy for users to become dependent on nicotine, often without realizing how quickly their habits were escalating. What started as an innocent trend quickly turned into a widespread addiction that ensnared an entire generation of young people. The marketing tactics employed by Juul were also highly effective in reaching its target audience. The company launched a series of ads that featured young, vibrant models enjoying the device in stylish settings. The images portrayed Juul as a product for those who were young, free, and trendy, creating an aspirational image for the brand. The use of social media hashtags like #JuulLife and #SwitchToJuul further spread the brand's influence, creating a sense of belonging and excitement among teens. But while Juul's popularity grew, so did its controversy. Critics quickly pointed out the dangers of the product, especially when it came to its widespread use among minors. In a short time, Juul became one of the most popular vaping devices on the market, with its sleek design and easy-to-use system becoming a common sight in schools, parks, and social settings. Juul's rapid growth had made it nearly ubiquitous, and for many, it had become the face of the vaping trend. By 2018, Juul's success was undeniable. The company was valued at a staggering $38 billion, and investors were pouring money into the brand, dazzled by its rapid rise and massive profits. Juul's market dominance was nearly complete, as it controlled an estimated 70% of the e-cigarette market in the United States. At the same time, the tobacco giant Altria, best known for its Marlboro brand, saw an opportunity to capitalize on Juul's success. In a move that seemed to confirm Juul's market potential, Altria invested $12.8 billion for a 35% stake in the company. At this point, Juul seemed unstoppable, a modern-day tech startup turned global powerhouse with an ever-expanding customer base. However, with success came increasing scrutiny. Public health officials began raising alarms about the dangers of vaping, particularly among young people. Studies revealed that Juul pods contained significantly higher levels of nicotine than most other e-cigarettes on the market. One pod was equivalent to a full pack of cigarettes, which meant that users were consuming far more nicotine than they realized. This wasn't harm reduction, it was harm rebranded, and the risks associated with Juul's nicotine levels became more evident with each passing day. Soon, lawsuits began piling up against the company. Parents, schools, and state governments accused Juul of knowingly targeting minors through its slick marketing strategies and enticing flavors. The company denied these allegations, claiming that their marketing efforts were intended to appeal to adult smokers looking to quit. However, the evidence pointed in a different direction. Juul's early advertisements, which prominently featured young, attractive models, were undeniably aimed at a younger demographic. The use of social media and influencer marketing further reinforced this message, blurring the lines between marketing to adults and targeting minors. By 2019, the cracks in Juul's empire were starting to show. The Food and Drug Administration (FDA) launched a formal investigation into the company's marketing practices, while members of Congress began holding hearings to investigate the public health risks posed by vaping. Internal whistleblowers within the company revealed that Juul's leadership had been aware of the growing risks associated with the product but had failed to take action. Meanwhile, Juul's sleek and polished image was beginning to tarnish in the face of mounting legal and public health challenges. The tipping point came when a mysterious illness began to spread across the United States. Hundreds of young people were hospitalized with severe lung injuries linked to vaping, prompting widespread panic and concern. Although Juul was not directly implicated in the outbreak, the company's reputation was irreparably damaged. The public began to associate vaping with health risks, and Juul, as the dominant brand in the market, became the primary target of scrutiny. Sales of Juul devices plummeted as more and more consumers became wary of the potential health risks. The company's valuation took a nosedive, with Altria slashing its stake and re-evaluating the brand's worth. By 2022, Juul's valuation had dropped from $38 billion to just $1.6 billion, a shocking collapse for a company that had once seemed poised to change the future of nicotine consumption. Offices closed, layoffs followed, and Juul's once unstoppable rise had come to a grinding halt. While Juul's financial decline was swift and dramatic, the long-term impact of the company's rise and fall will be felt for years to come. Millions of teenagers had been introduced to nicotine through Juul, and for many, what started as a harmless trend turned into a lifelong addiction. The effects of nicotine addiction are well documented, and for many young people, Juul became their gateway to a habit that would be incredibly difficult to break. Parents, schools, and educators were left to pick up the pieces of a crisis that could have been avoided. The damage to public health was done, and the vaping epidemic that Juul helped to fuel continues to haunt schools, communities, and health systems. The long-term effects of vaping on the body are still being studied, but what is clear is that Juul played a significant role in introducing an entire generation to nicotine in a way that was both more appealing and more addictive than ever before. Today, Juul's story serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked corporate ambition. It is a reminder of how a product, when marketed irresponsibly and without proper oversight, can cause widespread harm. The company's rapid rise, fueled by slick marketing and a consumer-driven culture, led to the creation of an epidemic of addiction that has affected millions of young people.